interested in all forms of community journalism and issues in the community. I had been involved in some local print journalism and thought this was a natural extension, just another way to get people aware of certain issues and maybe involved in looking at ways to address them as a community in a way that's best for the entire community.
You know, it's important that public access remain a local public access. We kind of need to know a little bit about what goes on in the state and the federal government, but our local community is really what public access is about. I talk a lot about politics on my show, but there is so much more going on in Flint, in our community, that people just don't know about. There's stuff getting ready to happen this next year that should be on public access. People that have to work during the day, that can't get out, can't be a part of what's going on in the community. Public access is that access that brings that back home and puts it in your living room. Lets you be part of the community. The time frame, the times that they have the stuff going on down at University of Michigan. I'd love to see the plays that go on down at University of Michigan. They go on over at Mott. The concerts that are put on down there at the Flint Institute of Music. Storytelling down there at the Flint Public Library. Genesee County Library. When they have these exhibitions come in and they're put on display, not everybody gets the time to go down and see that. Public access, what it can become, is what's going to bring that into your homes. You're not going to get it on 25. You're not going to get it on 12. You're not going to get it on Channel 5. And as much as I'm a big fan of PBS, I love my This Old House. I love the programs that are on there, the specials that they do. You're not going to get a special that shows the recitals down at the Flint Institute of Music. You're not going to get the storyteller that comes into the Flint Public Library. These are the things public access can be. And that's where we want to go, and we need your help. Call us at 810-239-2901.
You know, I remember not too many years ago, there was a trend in the news industry to nationalize weather, where we wouldn't get a weather report, say, from a studio on Lapeer Road or out in Kyle at the WEY. They were all down in Atlanta, and they would just read different newscasts, and then they would channel that up to our local news affiliates. And people were outraged. They were outraged that this type of program was being shopped into their community when it was something that should have been local. Well, without public access, everything you get will be shopped in. You need to have public access to create local programming. The affiliates can't do it. They cannot dedicate the time to community activities like the NAACP's Freedom Fund Dinner. Can't do it. The Juneteenth celebration, which almost generates 16 hours worth of programming on public access, it would never be seen on a regular network. The Kwanzaa celebration, 7 days of celebration shown on public access in its entirety, again, would never happen on a network or an affiliate. Public access allows us to do things that would ordinarily cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It's an equalizer. It equals the playing field. It gives us a voice that we would otherwise.
Only on public access.
What got me started doing public access was just sort of my interest in all forms of community journalism and issues in the community. I'd been involved in some local print journalism and thought this was a natural extension, just another way to get people aware of certain issues and maybe involved in looking at ways to address them as a community in a way that's best for the entire community.
I was able to reach out to people in the community and share the message of Jesus Christ. And many people's lives have changed from me preaching on the public access station. And so it's going to hurt us tremendously. It's not only going to hurt me, it's going to hurt the whole Genesee County. Paul Herring, he introduced me to public access. And I just started going and working on his shows. And from there, God developed in me a ministry to reach out to the community through Channel 17. I mean, it's so beneficial to the community. On that channel, we had our bulletin board where we were able to connect with each other, churches,